In this video, we're going to talk about the conversion between the degrees and radians. In classroom, we mentioned about that. Just times the conversion key. What is my conversion key? Pi over 180 or 180 over pi. This is my conversion key, okay? So we want to times that to do the simplify. Always keep in your mind, what I don't want, it had to stay at the bottom. So when I do the housekeeping, simplify, it will be cancelled out. So number one, they want us to convert the degree to radian. So what you see is what you got. Giving you the degree, I do not want degree, so you can say that Maison tells me I've just times the conversion key. What I don't want is the degree, so the degree had to be in the bottom. So pi over 180. Seeing is believing, you know that. Hey, the degree cancel out, very good. And 255 and 180, both of them can divide by 5. So that gives me 51 and 180 divided by 5. We got 36. Can I continue simplify? So I still can divide. Let's see, what can I divide? Hey, I can divide by 3 again. So therefore 51 divided by 3, that gives me 7. And 36 divided by 3, I got, 51 divided by 3 is 17. And 36 divided by 3 will be 12. So what you see is what you got. What do you left? You got 17 times pi over 12. And yes, indeed, this will be your final answer that indicate the pi, it is my radian. So this tells me if I want to change the degrees, right? So that is equal to 17 pi over 12 radian. And this is perfect. Now one more. We mentioned about the negative. Do not overthink about the negative symbol. The negative symbol just tells us my angle is clockwise, right? So we talk about in classroom, when I start from 0 degree, that counterclockwise will be 90 degrees. So this tells me if I go this direction, that will be a positive angle, 360, as you see. What happened when I see a negative symbol? The negative symbol just tells me my angle is going to the opposite. What do you mean the opposite? So starting from 0 degree, I'm going to clockwise. So this is what tells me I'm going this direction. So I have a negative 180 degree, okay? So let's talk about the business now. So given negative 225 degree, I want to convert that to a radian, so I don't want a degree, so the 180 degree had to be at the bottom and pi over that. So seeing is believing, the degree cancel out. Can I have a final answer? Yes, the final answer still be a negative. So if you do mental math, very cool, right? So I can divide by 5. So what do we got? Divide by 5, I got 225 divided by 5 will be 45. And 180 divided by 5, that will be 36. Can I continue divide? I can continue divide by 9. So that give me will be 5, and that give me will be 4. So I have the final answer will be 5 pi over 4. And this will be my radian of the angle. Okay? Now, what about doing the opposite? Again, do not overthink about the negative. The negative just tells me instead of going this way, my angle negative will go into this opposite direction. So that will be a negative. So let's go. I know that we mentioned about in classroom, my angle giving me it's radian pi, but I don't want pi, so the pi had to be at the bottom. So now I have a 180 degree over pi. So seeing is believing, you know that pi and pi cancel out. That's it. And what else we can do? You can say that, oh, I know that. This will be 6 and 180 can divide. So that become what? 30, right? So what do you left? What you see is what you got. You got negative 17 times 30. So let's do it. 17 times 30. Can I have a mental math? I know it had to be negative because negative symbol. So negative 510 degree. Perfect. All right, one more. So this tells me I don't want pi, so I'm times 180 degree over pi. And yes, indeed, pi and pi cancel out. Can I simplify? Yes, 3 and 180, that will be 60. So what do I got? 5 times 60 degree, that will be 300. That will be 300 degree. Ooh la la, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, recall, all we need to do just times the conversion key, okay? The one you don't want always stays at the bottom. Then housekeeping. Now, I do want to talk about the picture. When we talk about the sketch, the angle, I like to do it in degree. For example, if I want you to, let's try this one. If I want you to sketch 185 degree, okay? So we know that it will be a positive. So which tells me starting from 0 degree, that's 90 degree, that's 180 degree, a little bit more. So this angle right here will be my 185 degree. Do not overthink. You are correct, okay? Now, what happened when I have an angle? I just made this up, okay? I just made this up. What happened? I have an angle. It's negative 135 degree. Now, do not overthink. What you see is what you got. So you do know the negative just tells me I'm going to the opposite direction. So negative 90 degree. And this will be a little bit more than 90 degrees. So therefore, this will be my negative 135 degree. Perfect. All right. Some of you say that, oh, this is something more horrible. They give me, it's like, let's make something up. They say, please sketch this angle, 9 pi over 4. Okay. I don't like pi, so step 1 I want to do it is I'm going to convert that. So remember, what do I say? I don't like pi, so times my conversion key. The one I don't want stay at the bottom, so that will become 180 degree over pi. Can we do some housekeeping? Of course. When you do the housekeeping, pi and pi cancel out. And can I continue to simplify? Everybody can divide by 2, right? So that will be 2. And what do we know? 180 divided by 2 would be 90. Can I continue? Divide by 2, yes. So 90 divided by 2 will be what? 45, right? So 9, what you see here, what degree? You got 9 times 45 degree. Okay, so will that give you an angle measurement? That will be what? 405 degree. So now knowing that it will be a positive angle. Okay, so how many turns? You know that this is entire one is a 360, right? So a little bit bigger than 360. So I'm going to say this angle will be my 405 degree. Perfect. All right, one more. If you follow along with that. So now what happened when you sketch a negative 3 pi over 4 angle for me? Now, don't worry about the negative. We mentioned about the negative just tells me it's going to the opposite. But again, I don't like to see pi. So I say step 1, I'm going to do the conversion. So I don't want pi, so pi will be at my denominator. I got 180 degree over pi. Now, housekeeping. Pi and pi cancel out, so the same thing. 4 can divide by what? The 180, right? So what do we got? We got what? 45, and then negative just tells me it's a negative angle. So 45 times 3. 5 times 3 times 5. Is that right? So that gives me what? 15, and 4 times 3 is 12, so that will be negative 135 degree. So this is just tells me my angle will be the negative direction. So what you see, starting from 0 degree going to the opposite, negative 90, continue a little bit more, not to the negative 100 yet. So that will be negative 135 degree. Perfect. Good, 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 good. And sometimes when we say, if I don't like the positive or negative, right? But we still have the freedom to sketch the picture by rotate. So do not overthink. If you say that, I don't see the purpose of doing that, now you can say because 180 degree exactly equal to pi, so therefore this is kind of like a 1. So any number times 1, we still can